Okay, there has been this argument that the recent Cop26 trip was exorbitant. The cost was too much, 5 million kina, which is taxpayer money, and it's probably a waste of money because of the 60 people that went. Like, we really didn't need 60 people. But wait, before we go any further, let's look at the big picture. COP26 cannot be called a failure. Failure is not the right word. It could be called a success. Yeah, definitely a success, because first of all, 5 million kina is not a lot of money. Second, the Prime Minister is responsible for the country's foreign affairs. Thus, any money spent on foreign trips or events is irrelevant to the current problems, as that is the responsibility of the local MPs and the departments that are in place to address those issues. International relations is important to our survival as a nation. Consider the fact that an Australian billionaire is going to pour money into our forest sector in order to purchase carbon credits. Likewise, Bill Gates had never known who we were or what we looked like. Him meeting our Glasgow team is a bonus, as he is over $100 billion rich, and by grace of God, he will chip into PNG's green sector in the near future. And these projects will completely transform Papua New Guinea to become a leader in the world's renewable energy transition. These are the very words of Australian billionaire known as Forrest Twiggy. He's a metal iron ore billionaire in Australia. He is a advocate of Greenpeace and a greener world and a greener environment. He's more of an environmental advocate, even though he is in the mining sector. So if you look at it at the big picture, these projects are going to generate hundreds of millions of kina, even billions. And the amount will dwarf the 5 million kina trip cost. It's a win for Australia and even a bigger win for Papua New Guinea. Okay, 5 million kina is not a lot of money. When you convert that amount to British pound sterling, considering inflation, it is at the mark of 1 million British pound sterling, which is necessary to cater for the 60 plus individuals to Scotland. The number of individuals on the trip is not a problem at all. Be it sightseeing, taking notes, creating new friends, they're exposing Papua New Guinea to a world that is very illiterate about our existence. Exposure is what we need. We need to expose our young intellectuals to the outside, modern, civilized world, so they can learn and have a fair idea as to how our society should be structured and what attitudes and behaviors are acceptable. We cannot close ourselves and stale our minds. So folks, think beyond the current status quo, beyond the generalized thoughts, and see the big picture. We need larger delegates, the young and educated, to market our resource policies to the outside world, mainly to individuals whose pockets run deep and governments who are staunch advocates of a greener earth.